Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Yes? Okay. And welcome once again in the third session of the second day FDP on the art and science of effective teaching, strategies and methods. कहते हैं नजर ने नजर से मुलाकात कर ली, नजर ने नजर से मुलाकात कर ली, रहे दोनों खामोश और बात कर ली, जमाने में उसने बड़ी बात कर ली, खुद अपने से जिसने मुलाकात कर ली। जी हाँ दोस्तों, कुछ ऐसा ही दिल को छू जाने वाला टॉपिक है आज के सेशन का, एथिक्स, मॉरल वैल्यूज एंड बिहेवियरल साइंस। And we have a brilliant speaker today amongst us to deal with this subject. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Shri Santosh Sharma, a biotechnology engineer from the Thapar University and an art of living trainer for youth, government executives, and defense since the year 2007. As an international life skill trainer, Santosh ji has been providing his valuable experience for youth empowerment and stress elimination for the past 14 years. He's also an established and qualified yoga instructor level 2 from Quality Council of India. And as an educational reformist, he has worked with both faculties and students in numerous universities and colleges of national importance, like IITs, NIFTs, and NIPER, to name a few. Well, his spontaneity and persuasion skills ensured mobilizing massive gatherings on United Nations podiums on different occasions. So here, ladies and gentlemen, I invite Shri Santosh Sharma ji to enthrall the audience. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Rakhi ji, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. You know, when the profile is spoken, it sounds so much elaborated, and I think then the expectation standards goes high, right? Which is good at one sense, but you know, there's one point which we always says that expectation reduces joy, right? And frankly, I speak in the second half of the sessions, when especially the sessions are on the post-lunch side, yeah, where we already have, you know, many people would have their lunch, and it's actually a very important time to take a nap. And we are having this session on moral values, human values, professional ethics, yeah. So anyways, but really it's my privilege to be here with the esteemed audience, and so I hope I'm audible and I'm visible, Rakhi ji. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, you are very much visible and audible.
And the language should be in is it fine to have it in both of the languages, that is Hindi as well as English?
Perfectly fine, sir. You can mix.
Yeah, definitely. You know, so thank you so much again. So this topic is, you know, today for a change, because I was there for a very brief sessions. In one of the two sessions I just joined in, and maybe in the morning some session was going on, the mentorship or something. I was there for just some time. I just thought that I should see, you know, what type of audience is there. And I would like to keep this session more interactive rather than showing some presentation and then making you all to go off to sleep. Because if I do not have any amount of work, you know, this time, normally I prefer sleeping, right? At least for 20 minutes or half an hour, right? But today we are having this session on a very practical and a very important session nowadays, because I'll say, long way back when you used to study in the schools, this was one of the optional things. Dharm Shiksha karke ek subject hota tha, which was like moral education. And it was one of the most, you know, I can say the temporary subject, I can say, yeah, which was considered not of that significance. Moral science ka period hai, theek hai, chalega. Dharm Shiksha hai. And I used to remember that in my 8th standard or 7th, 8th standard, it was the smallest book, yeah, for that specific moral values and ethics, which our school was supposed to teach us. And that used to be a scoring subject always, because it was easy. But they were not in the priority. The priority subjects were science, physics, chemistry, mathematics, and all other subjects were of priority. Yeah. So in this session, you know, I would like to keep it more interactive. Yeah. So that I know that 60 people, if they are listening to me, they are not sleeping, right? And I'm not here to teach you something which you don't know, because I can see a lot of faculties, they already are so experienced, they are expert in their fields. Maybe some of you would already be doing such kind of sessions. So I'm not considering myself an expert. I'm just here to share whatever we can do, whatever has come from my ground experience, because I come from a practice background rather than a preaching background, right? So as Rakhi madam said, that I am an engineer by profession. I studied biotechnology engineering, and then I started traveling. At the very young age of like 23, 24, I started traveling in the length of the breadth of the states and the country. And then 1 year I was out of the country also. I was also meeting the people from 30 different nations. And I had the honor of representing my organization, myself, in front of many international podiums also. So one thing is common, that people, they connect just not by the verbal language, but a different language, which we all speak somewhere. Yeah, that is the human values, that is the behavior, that is your own vibes, right? And let me tell you, that is not happening nowadays only. You have been speaking this language since the time you took your first breath. Do you agree with me? You have already speaking that language, yes or no? If I can get some yes on the chat box, it will be great. If you want to unmute and you want to speak, it will be great, because 2 घंटे हैं इस सेशन के लिए, बहुत समय है हमारे पास. So I'm not really hurrying anything up. Yeah, I will put on some facts and figures also, whatever I know. Yes, okay, Raviji has said yes. Okay, I hope that is a yes for everybody. One yes does not mean the yes for all. Yeah, but yes, as a child, when we were born, we still used to speak the language, right, of the heart. देखिए, एक बच्चे को भी पता होता है उसको कब प्यास लगती है, कब भूख लगती है. It communicates, right? A mother knows. Yeah. And especially in this group, for example, if we were meeting physically, if we were having an offline session and we were having some serious discussion with each other, and suddenly a small child walks in, suddenly you see that everybody gets attracted towards that particular human being who is very small. He does not have that much intelligence which you carry, but it attracts suddenly your attention. That is where the purity resonates from that personality. उसके अंदर से एक स्वच्छता, एक innocence, you can say, एक purity जो दिखाई देती है. And that is what we are talking about nowadays. We again want to build on to that childlike innocence again and again. I was taking one session in Haryana. It was like a huge amount of audience was there, and they were like doing they were studying some multi-level marketing, or they were some youngsters. Most of them were like 25, 45 years of age, but they were very enthusiastic. So, but many of them were refraining from the childlike activities. तो उनको एक सेंटेंस मेरे एक कलीग ने बोला था कि बच्चे बनोगे तो बचे रहोगे, बच्चे बनोगे तो बचे रहोगे, बड़े बनोगे तो सड़े रहोगे. Yeah. So if you can carry on that innocence, in your personality, that can be a savior for you. Yeah. So if we talk about, the topic names are very heavy. Human values, it's actually the virtues towards others. What do you feel for others, or what others feel for you? Do you have trust in our moderator Rakhi ji or not? Yeah. Do you feel good connection with Dr. Jasmeet or Meenakshi ji? Yeah. Or Kalyani ji, I can say. Yeah. Or anybody. Yeah. That is what is the values that you carry, right? The other part is the morality. Yeah. What is morality? If I ask you, what is morality? Morality से आप क्या समझते हैं? आपके हिसाब से क्या होना चाहिए? Any idea of these 65 people? Now we are 65 people, right? What do you think that morality, how can you define morality? Understanding human. Very nice. Ravi ji, you have already started participating. Smita ji says it's ethics. Okay. What else? Raise the hand. Yeah, Dr. Sir, you can just unmute and speak if you have the accessibility. Inculcating the human values, being ethical, sense of good and bad. Okay, very nice. So sense of good and bad, definitely. That is one thing that everybody says, कि क्या गलत है और क्या सही है, इसका discrimination, that is morality, right? So there is something more to it. The mic is still on mute. Okay. Do they have access, Rakhi ji, if they want to speak something? I have asked you to unmute.
Yes. I request the technical team to please unmute Dr. Saad, please.
If anybody wants to speak something, yeah.
Maninder and Shweta, please do the needful.
Yeah, it's done, ma'am. It's done. Thank you. Okay, sir, for me, if you're asking.
Yeah, please go ahead. Once again, unmute yourself. Sorry. Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
if your deeds do not harm anyone.
Yes.
Excuse me. Okay, sir, the thing is this one, if you are asking me about the notion, about the question of morality, for me, morality is a specific notion which encompasses the larger good. So if something is going to be done, that should be done in a specific way, that it's going to have a clear demarcation between what is right and what is wrong. That is what the question of morality is. In contrast to ethics, and ethics is something like which is organization specific, which is institution specific, which could be say family specific. You could have a particular issue like that is not morally, a morally wrong thing can be ethically right. That's what can be said by me. But morality in itself is very much is a macro phenomena, and whereas ethical is something like micro phenomena. Say for example.
Yes, Dr. Saad. Hello. I think we lost Dr. Saad in between.
Sir, for me, morality is your deeds which do not harm anyone.
Absolutely. Like for example, I think he was saying also one thing, that there can be certain things which can be morally correct, but ethically wrong or something. I think that point was raised. Yeah, Dr. Saad, you were there. I think we lost you in between.
Yeah, exactly, sir. So I was telling you, things could be something like morally wrong, but ethically that could be correct. Say, for example, that's the duty of a soldier to defend, and in that particular defense, he can kill another person if he thinks like that.
Yes.
If that particular person or a particular object can be lethal. Okay, fine. So it could be something like that. But morally, it's something like just something like, can we kill a human? Something like that.
Yeah.
Then that's come as a question there. So
Absolutely.
morally, the answer will be no, because God didn't lie. So the God can only have the agency to take the life, but it will be considered as right enough. That's what it was.
Thank you, Dr. Saad, for that brief.
So may I?
Yes, please go ahead. I'm liking this conversation. Yes, please go ahead.
So it's like morality. We can say that. Sorry, a very good afternoon to everyone. And it's just like, leading towards perfection. Leading towards perfection means leading a life towards, following a proper code of conduct, and having a strong belief in oneself, and retaining the values which were lost once, and now refining those values and building a proper personality, a refined personality, which can bring something to humanity in as a whole. That is
wonderful, Dr. Jasmine. Okay, Smita ji, you wanted to say something? You have raised your hand.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. A very good afternoon to everyone here. Well, when I was listening to the previous conversation, and one particular aspect of what sir was saying just stood out for me, that morality has a lot to do with nurturehood also. So can we also say that morality is very subjective? Because the way we are nurtured, that is how we imbibe our values, and that is how we define what is right and what is wrong. So can we say that morality is also subjective for each one?
Yes, at one level, definitely. It's a very important point that Smita ji has raised, that, it's based on the conditioning. Yeah. If somebody has some kind of thinking since the childhood, if he considers that, a lot of these notions have been changed, that can be subjective, or it changes with a period of time. Like we usually used to have a notion that sun rises from the east and sets on the west, right? That is what we have seen as per our conditioning of our senses. Yeah, that is what we see. But is it true? No. The sun actually stays there. The only earth is rotating, right? So that definitely, with wisdom and the knowledge, that changes, and things can, and many things, many things keeps on changing based on the mind, based on the knowledge, based on the wisdom. And sometimes it definitely affects your own way of pursuing the things, right? So definitely a lot of good answers came. Okay, if I talk about this behavior, what do you think that behavior science is all about? Behavior से आप लोग क्या समझते हैं? मुझे थोड़ा सा ये भी बताइए, जब हमने इतना डिस्कस कर लिया, I think we should discuss that also. What do you understand by this term known as behavioral science?
Sir, it's encompasses like
Dr. Sir, your voice is breaking.
beliefs that
Yeah, go ahead, please.
okay, I don't know why, because of the system. Okay, so the thing is on behavior. Actually, sir, it comes from the cognitive psychology, where it encompasses beliefs, attitudes, and the way your perception towards a particular thing,
Sir,
and
it
how
is
do you react in a
interpersonal
specific
skills
manner.
also. Sorry, it's interpersonal skills also.
Okay.
Is that
Yes,
interpersonal skills also? Okay.
Yes.
Sir, it is the study of human behavior at different phases of time and at
Okay.
different stages.
So at least I'm happy that a lot of you at least are searching for the few things, and at least are able to deliver also, and a lot of good ideas are also coming in. Yes, tell me.
Do you know about the human values, sir? Do you know about the human values?
Are you asking? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Answer is the human values.
Human
Moralities.
values.
Yeah.
Okay. Priorities and all that. Right. Okay. So, it's about what qualities you inherit when you are working in an organization. It actually defines your organizational behavior, right? So if I talk about few things like why this topic is very, very important. And let me tell you, whatever we are speaking right now is more of a theoretical part, which is definitely the understanding and the notions, which may change. Maybe if the same topic is there in the FDP for the next time, with some little twist or things, again, these things are liable to change. Maybe, or your definition about all these topics are liable to get more refined. Okay. Now, why this particular topic, this human values, professional ethics, human values, morality is important, right? As I said, in our schools, it used to be an optional subject, but nowadays, this is not an option anymore. Like I was introduced as a person, I've been teaching these programs of art of living training and a lot of different kind of capacity building programs for the faculty development programs from last 1 decade. Effectively, I started from working in the colleges and universities and dealing with a lot of youngsters. So today, even the government officers, now we are working with we have a partnership with the Department of Personnel and Training. Now, this one important parameter as per the National Training Policy of 2012 says that along with all kind of skills training or the effective training, now we need very, very importantly, the training on the ethics, ethos, human values, organizational behavior, all that kind of things which you people have been saying already, But there is one thing to it. If it is just explained in terms of words, like for the next 2 hours, if we keep explaining that, what are human values, what are organizational behaviors, kya ethics hota hai, kya morality hota hai, then that will be only limited to the theoretical part. And when theory is explained in the lives or when it is applied, then only it is liable to become a wisdom in your life, right? Like you said the words, how do you manage your relationships? She was talking about interpersonal skills, the leadership qualities, the decision making. There are n number of videos which are already there on YouTube, right? And now this video is also being live streamed on the YouTube. But will that make a difference? Talking about them, understanding them well? No, the refinement, yeah, definitely the knowledge improves. But until or unless we apply to it, then only it becomes a reality of us. And I hope that this faculty development program, and I expect that this faculty development program is not merely discussing these things. It's also applying this to at certain level in our lives so that whatever we are doing have the better results, have a that whoever are attending it have a better decision making skills, have a better capability, have a better capacity to understand the things, to understand their students, their organization, and do the needful, whatever is required. Okay, so if I say there are three things, a lot of people were like writing about the emotional part, the intellectual part. Yeah, so see, if we talk about the three types of quotients, one part is intellectual quotient. If I ask you about what is intellectual quotient, what you will say? Kya kahenge? What do you understand by this term known as intellectual quotient? Any idea? I hope everybody has that idea, because this is a common term which we have been hearing for so long now. But how do you define it? The intellectual quotient.
Sir, may I?
Yes, Smita ji, go ahead.
Sir, can we relate it to our intelligence as well as our identity?
Okay, certain amount of intelligence which relates to your identity, your qualification, or your eligibility to a certain job. Yes, you agree with that?
Actually, it is, sir, may I?
Yeah,
actually,
please.
it is a level of mental development, and it is calculated in relation to the chronological age.
Chronological age.
What is the physical age of the person, and what is the level of mental development? Both these things determine the IQ level of the person.
Okay, very fine. Then now this is something more technical thing you have added to it, which is very correct. Yes. So
logical thinking.
Logical thinking, you can say. Very correct, Raviji. So, in 1904 or 1905, if you check on the Google, now everything is available on your fingertips. This term was coined IQ. And since this IQ level has been very, very demanding, in certain kind of work, you need a certain kind of IQ. And even we used to study around 50 subjects in our engineering, but at the end of the day, we have to sit in the aptitude test to crack any company's placements or anything. Yeah. And it is still happening. So IQ is definitely needed at one level, which determines your capability to a certain standard with respect to your age, as Satinder ji was telling, to your chronological behavior or your age or your certain things, So that is one thing. Then after, a while, maybe after like 8 decades, then another term was coined, which was known as EQ. Yeah, that was emotional quotient. Now, if I ask you, what do you mean by emotional quotient? What is that? Please go ahead with your answers. And I'm really liking it that you all are participating now.
So taking charge of your emotions.
Yes,
taking charge of your emotions, I guess.
Okay, Rachi ji, taking charge of your emotions. Yes, Satinder ji, please.
Sir, managing our emotions, understanding ourselves, and having empathetic attitude, understanding others also.
Okay, empathetic attitude, understanding others also, and managing our own emotions. Very correct. Okay, so EQ, like now intelligence definitely is required, but that is not sufficient. You need something much more to it. Yeah, you need to know how do you behave with the people, understanding the people. How do you deal with them? How do you present yourself? How do you speak? How are you able to handle a particular type of situation in an organization, right? How do you dress up? Even that was a part of EQ, right? Somewhere it was made a part of EQ, the power of dressing, we say. Yeah. So EQ, then the training part of any organization was based on these two factors. Definitely, we have to develop the people's IQ. We have to make them more skillful in their trainings or in their knowledge or everything. At the same time, we need to train them on their EQ basis also. Now, that's why the HR part came into existence, and the different kinds of, like, there was not just one interview or a one exam. There were like number of interviews, to understand this, both the dimension of an individual before hiring them into an organization. This came into being. But definitely it was in 90s or something, or I think 84, 85, this term was coined as in the EQ level. Okay. And it came into existence. But since last 1 decade, there has been another thing, which is very, very important part now and becoming now, and it is now almost mandatory in many of the policies. That is, apart from IQ and apart from EQ, there is one Q which is more needed. Any guesses? What is that? Any idea?
Spiritual quotient, sir, SQ.
Okay, bang on. That is also known as HQ. Yeah, and you are right, Satinderji, very much correct. That is your HQ or SQ, that is spiritual quotient, or I can say happiness quotient. Yeah. Now, happiness quotient, can you define happiness quotient, or at least you can give it a try, whatever you understand with this happiness quotient? What do you think that happiness quotient will be all about?
The
When I'm
level
in
of your
present.
subjective, level of your subject, I think level of the well-being we have.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
See, I don't need to take much sessions because the answers are coming so easily. You know,
When
that
I'm
makes my work
centered,
easy.
sir. Sir, when I'm centered and I'm in present, I'm happy.
Okay, wonderful. When you are centered and you are in the present moment. Yes.
Sir,
Okay.
when we are at peace with ourselves and with our surroundings.
Wonderful. Very nice. When you are ease with yourself and as well as the surroundings. Okay, wonderful. Anything else?
Things what makes you happy at your environment place.
Things that makes you happy at your environment. Yes. Okay. Anything else?
Enjoying the moment.
Enjoying the moment. Okay, so whatever you have said, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm really liking this conversation with you. You know, so HQ is definitely what you said was very correct. I would like to add that, you know, if you just check on the happiness index nowadays, people are finding happiness index of a country. Finland's what declared as one of the most happiest country with a happiness index. So when you read the definition over there, that is how much happiness you have achieved. But you know, Meenakshi ji is also saying rightfully how to make ourselves happy in the odd situation. Yes, HQ is how much happy you are from inside. Yeah. And for example, if I am one of your colleagues, Santosh comes, "Are yaar, ek aur musibat aa gayi." He's again another troublemaker. Do you carry that feeling for me? Yeah. Or you see a solution in me? Yeah. Oh, now he's there. Things will be sorted out. I'm relaxed. I'm okay with him. Yeah. Oh, he gives me a solution. Oh, it's good to be in this company. Yeah. That's subtle vibes. Now, I was talking about a child. Yeah. Who is just 4 or 5 years old. Yeah. The same things which you have, you know, people, do they find you comfortable when you are with them? Do you make even the tense mood lighten with your presence? Okay. Do they see really some cooperations or some solutions in you? You know, that is also your happiness quotient. Yeah. So all our lives, we work on IQ because we are spending a lot of time, effort in building our IQ to one level. Definitely we work on our EQ also. Right now we are doing that also. And some level we hardly, I think, say very less level, we actually focus on HQ. I'll give you an example for that. Like, you know, we are teaching these programs, the Art of Being programs where I belong to. We have been teaching in 156 countries. So in one of the universities, one of our faculty told us about a survey, very interesting survey. I think you should know about this. The survey was on a success parameter. They wanted to know on what success depends upon, right? And they were the team of management students, कुछ management के बच्चे थे, maybe आप मान सकते हो कि आप वो हो, yeah. And they were working on that, how to be successful. What do you need to be successful, right? So if I ask you, you know, if you want to be happy, you want to be successful, tell me, what do you need? क्या आपको चाहिए successful बनने के लिए? Can you give me some answers again? If you want to be successful in your life, I hope everybody can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. Tell me, what do you need to be successful? If you really want to be successful in your life, I am writing here.
Be content.
Be content. Okay. Okay. There is one C missing in my spelling. Yeah. Anything else?
Happy and satisfied, sir.
Happy and satisfied. Then you will be successful. Okay. Anything else?
The peace of mind.
If you have peace of mind, okay.
Definitely that.
Maybe they are the after effects of success, or you need peace of mind to be successful.
Sir, is it right understanding?
Right understanding. Okay. Continue learning. Dr. Kulveer is saying, and implementing it.
Optimist approach.
Optimistic approach. Okay. What else? For example, if you're a school student or a college student, tell me, how will you define your success? That what do you need to be successful? How will you become successful in your life? Clear vision, always being present and learn from the past. Okay.
Hard work.
Focused.
Hard work. Focus. Okay.
Make your goals clear.
Clearing your goals, clearing our goals. Even Dr. Kulveer has said that. Very nice. What else?
Ambitious.
Being ambitious. Yeah, you should be ambitious enough to have focus on your goals. Yeah.
Upgrading our skills, or
upgrading our skills and all that, so there are n number of answers to it. It will continue.
Sir, if I'm a better human being only, then I'll be successful, I think.
Okay, better human being, then you'll be successful, right? Okay, so these are all these answers. See, there is no incorrect answer in this class particularly. Even if you are giving it wrong, somewhere it will be correct, let me tell you, right? So I am that lenient teacher which gives you full marks, who gives you full marks, right? But the thing is, you all gave me different answers, right? And I asked you, if you were a college student, what will you be requiring to make you successful? आपको क्या चाहिए successful होने के लिए? You said clear goals, ambitious, hard work, upgrading your skills, better human beings, and learning from the past and being in the present. All you said which are correct. But nobody said that we need some knowledge, your studies to be successful. Yeah, nobody said that. And come on, my God, we are sitting in the faculty development program. You all are faculties. You are supposed to teach, right?
So that is obvious. That is part. That is actually.
That is obvious. You just took it for granted, but yeah. Yes, I know that is obvious. Yeah, but nobody said it. Yeah, we need your knowledge to be successful. We need these kind of things to be successful. And let me tell you, that's not a surprise for me, because when I go into an educational institution where people are supposed to study more, yeah, they say these kind of answers. Then somebody, maybe 1% or 2%, they says, so studies the knowledge of the subject, they say. Yeah. So the same situation happened in Stanford University. I think it was in 2010, during that graph of time, they were studying on that success parameters. And these kind of answers were coming to them. But they decided to go on one level ahead. कि हम इन्हीं लोगों से क्यों पूछे? हम पूछते हैं जो already successful हैं. Those who are on the successful career means they were either a leading industrialist, or they were a successful doctor, or an engineer, or an artist. So they selected those students from their university only, who were so-called successful people, and they asked them. And to their surprise, they again received the similar answers. So they divided those answers into two categories. One was domain knowledge. That is a knowledge of your own stream. For example, if you are teaching commerce, knowledge of accounts, tax, or whatever. If I'm an engineer, my knowledge of unit operation, fluid mechanics, solid mechanics, soil mechanics, TOM, or my biotechnology, immunology, virology, food processing, that is what domain knowledge is all about, right? And the other parameter was the soft skills. So what do you think, what was the percentage of the success that was attributed to soft skills and percentage of success that was attributed to the domain knowledge? कितना percentage आपको लगता है गया होगा? Yes, Rakhi ji.
80% for soft skills.
Yeah, 80. I agree.
Agree. Achha, anybody else? Okay, 80-20. Anybody with a different answer?
80 for the soft.
20-80.
20-80. The same thing. Everybody agrees with this 20-80, right? Okay, that's very good that we are on the one page, one single page. Yeah. Somewhere people says, no, it's more domain knowledge is more important. I am doing my research work. Domain knowledge here is more important. Soft skills, okay, can be taken care of or something. So we have sometimes mixed answers, but maximum people says, no, soft skills are more required, right? And in that particular survey, like Dr. Taruna is saying 60-40, right? In that particular survey, what was the result? 87.5 was attributed to the soft skills, and 12.5% was attributed to domain knowledge. Yeah. So that was the survey. And you remember that the time of recession, जब मंदी हुई थी, नौकरियां गई थी लोगों की, So Harvard also came up with a similar survey, and they said to work in an organization, both the skills are needed, and the people, those who were fired from their jobs, जिनको job से निकाला गया था, 80% of the people were lacking in their soft skills, their own disciplines, their own behavior, their incapability to manage their team, and 20% or less than 20% of the people, those who are leaving their, those who are lacking in their, the domain knowledge, that is a technical knowledge. Yeah. So skill set upgradation, somebody said, that is very, very important in success. Yes, it is. It is the people skills, personal skills, technical skills, non-technical skills, soft skills, everything is important.
Yes.
If you want to really make a big balance in the organization, you agree?
Yes, totally.
Yeah. But the irony is majorly people agree with that. But despite of knowing that, 80%, 90%, or sometimes even 95% of three things. What is that? T, E, and M. That is, T stands for time, E stands for effort, and M stands for money. कहाँ जाता है हमारा? डोमेन नॉलेज पे कि सॉफ्ट स्किल्स पे? बताइए कहाँ जाता है?
Domain knowledge, sir.
Domain knowledge.
Yes, you agree? Everybody agrees to that. It's domain knowledge. It is going on more. Yeah. Because if you calculate the amount of funds that you have given to the educational institution, starting from your school till your college, maybe towards your higher studies, it's much more than the time you are spending here in this particular FDP program, or the money you are investing in this particular FDP program, or anything else. Yeah. Which is bound to give. So I'm not saying that studies are not important. No, it is very, very important. Today, you call yourself doctor, professor. I call myself engineer. It's because we have a certain degree. We have a certain domain knowledge. But again, then I have asked the people in the organization also, tell me, frankly, when I have asked even the core people, those who are working in their research sectors, even in the, like one of my friend was my batchmate, chemical engineer, very successfully, was one of the senior manager in the leading pharmaceutical companies. I used to ask, tell me, honestly, how much of your domain knowledge are you actually applying in your company? Heat transfer, mass transfer, unit operations, whatever you have studied. He said, see, we have to upgrade ourselves. That is for sure in IT industries as well in sometimes in pharmaceutical, we have to upgrade. So for that, we need domain knowledge, but many times it is not even more than 5% to 10% that we are actually applying it. Yeah. My work, my stress level is how my workers, my subordinates are performing. Are they clear about my commands or not? Are they really okay or not? Are they comfortable or not? Are they happy in this environment or not? Are they physically fit so they don't have to take the breaks in between? Yeah. So all that thing we are not focusing upon. Yes. So one thing is the soft skills, which definitely all whatever you said in the beginning with the brilliant answers, the communication skills, leadership skills, all that things definitely are an essential part of the soft skills. But there is another part which I said, the softest skills. You understand? The softest skills is something which comes within yourself, from inside of you. जो आपके अंदर से आता है. Are you getting it? अंदर से जो आता है, क्या आता है? अंदर से बहुत कुछ आता है. Right? If I talk to a youngster, tell me, what are the three things which are required? I normally talk about the 3 C's. Yeah, that is clarity, confidence, and the concentration level, which is essential for a student's success. It needs a good concentration. Yes. But today, because of so many things, the loss in the values or morality or so many other things, somewhere we are losing these parameters also. Yeah. So, I would like to not deviate from my topic, because then I go more into the stress part, because I just came to know that you already having one lecture on your stress management, but I would definitely clear that also, because that is one of the biggest impediments today. As I said, the softest skills about handling your own mind. Yeah. But if your mind is not in the present moment, as you said, if your mind is disturbed, it is unhappy, then it's a biggest impediment in all these values which we are talking right now, theoretically. You agree or not? Yes or no? If you are listening to me.
Yes.
Yeah, Ravi ji. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I think there is one part that I really wanted to say since I was introduced as a yoga teacher, and I would like to share this thing in my journey of being a trainer or being a teacher. I never used to like the teaching job initially in my life. I thought that this is one of the boring jobs because again and again you have to teach the same topics in the same classrooms again and again, and hardly there I found any upgradation is there. Now definitely because of technology, a lot of upgradation is happening, but I used to find it very boring. That is what is my honest feedback about this profession before I became one. And eventually I ended up being a teacher. I was definitely not teaching a lot of technical stuff like you, but definitely a lot of other stuff which is related to the other part of the brains, maybe of the right brain activities, where the logical thinking is not very prevalent, but other thinking is required, so that you feel more relaxed, more happy, more calm, more innovative. Yeah. So one thing which, when I went to one of the colleges, one of the reputed engineering colleges, I was asked to go there and give a lecture on human values and professional ethics. That was a time it was newly introduced into this engineering stream or the educational stream. And somebody asked me, that we have introduced it, but we are not getting that response of these subjects. We thought that it will create some good human values, but it's not happening. So when I went to the college and I asked students that what is your feedback about this human values, professional ethics, or organizational behavior? They said, yeah, it might be a good subject, but it's again another burden, because we just have to grasp everything, cram everything, and we have to write our answers. So again, there is another book added to our syllabus. Yeah. Then I asked the faculties, those who were teaching it, so how are you teaching it? Sir, so one of the faculties said to me that, I am a graduate of mathematics or something. I went for 6 days orientation towards it, and we were told that you have to cover this book, and that is how we were teaching it. So, and I said, frankly, tell me, do you understand what is the importance of this topic? They said, actually, no. We also know that we are not justifying this topic. So, because some practical implementation has to be there. Yeah. So, based on that, now when I'm working with this government sector, where the national training policy of 2012 says that ethics ethos are very, very important. So, 10 days back, I was having a discussion with one of the officers of a public administration trainer. She was the chief faculty coordinator of one of the departments of the public administration, where they are dealing with all the civil servants. Either they are the IAS officers in their cadres, or they are PCCS officer or HCS officers, whoever they are. So they said that, when we were talking about the training to the CMO, that is the Chief Minister's office, they said, see, all the other trainings like computer science, literacy, and the upgradation that we can do, but somewhere we do not know how to do this ethical training, and it is very, very important. Okay, and it's very difficult to drive people into this kind of training. So they said me, there are very tough standards now, like we are not able to handle it. Sometimes we call people, please attend this computer program training, this will help you in your job. Even they are not interested. So how they will come up for the ethical training? So I said, yes, definitely. Whenever you go for these kind of drives, it's challenging. वो कहते हैं ना कि कलयुग में दूध बेचना बहुत मुश्किल होता है घर घर जाके, but शराब घर बैठे बैठे बिकती है, right? So yes, certain good things, they are not easy to be imbibed. Yeah, but there has to be a certain way, certain things that we can definitely work upon, and it may help us, it may change. Yeah. So as I said, one thing which is foremost required is the discipline. Yeah. Discipline of how to deal these kind of things. Like I said, I am a yoga teacher. So, we follow this text of yoga, which is very ancient. It is one of the most intellectual texts I can say. Have you heard about Patanjali Yoga Sutra? Anybody? Patanjali,
Yes,
who
sir.
was Maharishi Patanjali. Yeah, if you are yoga
Yes.
teacher, definitely you would have. Yeah, Maharishi Patanjali, who was one of the greatest saints, and before that, people were healing themselves by using medicines or by talking or something. But then he came to know that only this is not important. Only medicines, only good food, only good lifestyle cannot heal you. There is something more to it, that is yoga can help you. Yeah. And then when I went to the Southeast Asia, I was teaching this yoga classes, and people in my yoga used to come, and I used to ask them. They are leaner than me. मुझसे पतले लोग मुझसे पूछते थे कि सर वेट कैसे रिड्यूस करें. I used to give them the classes, right? So somewhere yoga is just not limited to exercises, or you can say twisting your body left, right, and center, making different circus poses. No, that is one part, that is asana. But I would like to tell you one other part of it, that the first parameter that we start in yoga with is discipline. And can you tell me, what do you understand by discipline? What do you mean by discipline, if I ask you? Yes, come on, give your answers.
Yeah, following strict guidelines, sir. Following a strict guideline that should be followed in a specific manner, and it should be, specific to an institution or an organization, or even or a nation, even something like that. Then following that particular guidelines, rules, and regulations, behaving according to that is considered as a discipline, and even it matters from place to place and organization to organization. So there is no universal definition of discipline, but yes, there is discipline for sure. It's there.
Yes.
That to
Very
me,
correct, Dr. Saad. Yes.
Can I say this? That to me, it is not only body discipline, it should be mind management, which needs to be disciplined, knowing tendencies of mind, and then training your mind to behave in a certain fashion in adversaries, or how to stay happy all the time. That needs discipline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very correct. Yes. Anybody else? Wonderful, Dr. Sadan Rakhi. Yes.
So discipline means your daily routine. It is not by compulsion, but by choice. You have to you have to follow certain guidelines for yourself. It should not be made by someone else. You have to follow that.
Perfect. So see, discipline is something which has been always derived from a word called disciple, the one who follows it properly. Yeah. And let me tell you why I'm talking about discipline. Yes, Dr. Saad also said correctly, Rakhi also said correctly, that it is not only just about the body discipline, it has to be about the mind discipline, and it varies. It's also the rules, the guidelines, that there is one definition to the ethics also, and you can say the morality also. That is, you have to follow certain social principles. Like, for example, when I was abroad, I used to drive a two-wheeler over there. That was my mode of going from commutation, you can say. I used to drive there on the right side, right? So that is one discipline that I have to follow there. But after one long year of my stay, I somehow developed my subconscious mind developed a habit on driving onto the right side. So when I came to India, when I hit the road, so I by mistake, I started driving again on the right side. Yeah. So there is certain standard or certain rule that we need to follow, we ought to follow. Yeah, that is discipline. But why discipline is important, that is another thing, because you all can say, because then the things goes very smoothly, very properly, very nicely, the decorum is maintained and everything. Yes, very correct. If you are having this answer, can it be self-regulation also? Very, very true. Why not, Dr. Taruna? Definitely it can be self-regulation also. There are two types of discipline, I'll say. One which is imposed from outside. Yeah. जिसको कहते हैं बाह्य अनुशासन. One is imposed. Actually, which you impose by yourself actually is anushashan. Right? Otherwise, it is a rule. Dictatorship rule. No, you will not go out after 5 p.m. It is COVID. Right? That is a rule. That is also important sometimes, so that people can be protected. Right? But I will definitely follow these guidelines. I will wear a mask. I'll go outside. I'll keep sanitizing my hands. I will not eat outside. I will definitely maintain social distancing. This is anushashan, which you are imposing on yourself. But in the long term, what happens in this discipline is it brings a lot of freedom. So discipline is something which is directly proportional to your freedom. जितना आप डिसिप्लिन रहते हैं उतना आप आजाद, उतना आप फ्री महसूस करते हैं. Do you agree with this? For example, this army, if you see the side of the army, this is very, very disciplined. Yeah. If they have to take their left leg front first, they will already be doing that. And it's not easy to go through that training. Yeah. But still people go through that training. And because of that, because of their discipline, today we have like 14-15 lakhs of soldiers. I've been with them. I have personally trained them in certain areas. I've spent a lot of time in the army camps and everything. Because of them, we are able to breathe freely over here. So discipline is something which brings freedom. Yeah, it cannot be just boredom. It brings you freedom. And when you have freedom inside you, you are much more relaxed, much more calm. Then you are an asset to the organization. Yeah, then automatically, yes, Dr. Perka, you want to say something?
No, sir. Sorry, sir. By mistake, it has got pressed.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So it automatically brings the freedom, and you feel much more, connected to that organization. The same way, if you talk about 8 limbs of yoga, has been 8 limbs of yoga. If anybody of you is a yoga teacher, see, I'm not very theoretically expert in that. Yeah, but 8 limbs of yoga, even in that, it starts with yam and niyam. What you need to do, yam and niyam. Yam, niyam, asana, pranayam. Then it comes, the asana comes third. In more than 100 sutras, there are 3 sutras written on the asanas, that is your exercises, which is very important. Definitely we must exercise every day. We should do some kind of other kind of physical training. But yam is something which you need to follow, that is ahimsa, that is non-violence. Yeah, which is very important, not just by your physical body, but in your mind also. Yeah. Then satya. Satya means being truthful. Truthful does not mean that you have to just speak the truth like Harish Chandra. No. Being skillful in speaking the truth also. Yeah. How you have to relate to that, something which is permanent, something which is not permanent. Like, in the morning session, I think you were talking about the relationship between the Krishna and the Arjuna. Yeah. It was based on truth, but a bigger truth. See, if you are clear that these human values, professional ethics, are they really important to us? You will say yes. But, many times I have seen that in many of the sessions, when in our institution or in many places, when people used to come, they used to ask this question: is it really ethically, should we always be ethically correct when we are doing a business? Kya hame business karte hue bhi ethics ka dhyan rakhna zaruri hai kya? Yeah. What are they asking is, can we do a little bit of corruption also over there? Now, this is a confusion, right? So when there is a confusion, you cannot make decisions. You cannot make your business also grow. Yeah. In the case of Arjuna and Krishna, it was not there. There are so many options. मुझे ये करना है तो ये करना पड़ेगा. ये करने से ये ठीक हो जाएगा. How can I do ethically, Krishna? How can you force me to do? There was a confusion actually. It was not, there are options. So there was a decision what was required to take. Deciding means killing other options, like pesticiding is killing the pest, right? Deciding is killing other option and sticking to the one correct, which can give you long-term pleasure. Though short-term pain can be there, but a long-term pleasure, right? Okay. So ahimsa, satya. Asteya means non-stealing attitude. अरे उनमें ये ज्यादा है, उसमें ये ज्यादा है, मुझे प्रमोशन नहीं मिला, उसको ये मिल गया, ये मिल गया. That also creates a very rough atmosphere, right? Then asteya, then aparigraha. Yeah, non-accumulating. I don't have to accumulate these kind of things. So these are the attributes of a yama, which one follows. देखिए एक और चीज है जो ultimate truth है ना, that passes the test of time. वो 1000 साल पहले भी सत्य था, आज भी सत्य है, 1000 साल के बाद भी सत्य ही रहने वाला है. So that is follow the yama. Then there are certain niyamas that you can follow. नियमा मतलब उसमें से एक है सबसे पहले the cleanliness, the shauch. Shauch is the internal cleanliness as well as the external cleanliness. बाहर से साफ सफाई then only you can feel contented. Let me tell you. अगर आपका हर जगह ऑफिस सब कुछ बिखरा बिखरा है, तहस नहस है, you will not be feeling contented. And the internal cleaning of your own mind. As I said, the three things which are essential for a good organizational behavior, for a balanced, for a best of ethics and human values is purity in heart, clarity in your mind, and sincerity in your actions. When these things will be there, automatically आप जो बोलोगे, जो सुनोगे, वो आपको manage कर लोगे आप. Right? Got it? Yes. So यम नियम में भी ऐसे नियम में आता है शौच. First thing is the cleanliness. नियम में the second part is संतोष. That is संतोष. I am संतोष, but it means the contentment. Are you really happy? Then other part is yam niyam, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dhara, dhyan, samadhi. Yes, definitely, even they are very essential parameters. Okay, so shauch, santosh, tapas means really having a tapas is always required. You impose something on yourself and you are ready to go for it. Like for example, if you go to gym, tapas. Weight uthana आसान काम नहीं है, but you enjoy it. That is tapas. Yeah. Swadhyay means self-observation. And then surrendering to the higher power, that is Ishwar Pranidhan. Yeah, when you have no solutions. If you are able to follow these things, automatically these things will be very easy to deal with. Yeah. ये जो मैंने अनुभव किया है, I'm not telling that this is the gospel truth. You can agree or you can even disagree. Right? Okay. So this is one part. That is yam niyam. The biggest impediment in this is our own mind. माइंड में देखिए सबसे ज्यादा क्या आता है, क्या उत्पन्न होता है माइंड में जो कि हमारी इन सब टेंडेंसीज को रोकता है. कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट इज देयर, व्हाट इज द बिगेस्ट इंपेडिमेंट इन आवर ओन माइंड?
That it oscillates between past and the future. It doesn't stay in present.
Okay. Anything else?
Confusion.
Confusion, very correct. और क्या?
The logical part of our brain which keeps on telling us to think, and it makes us kind of oscillate between what should be done and what should not be done.
That is an intellect, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Ravi ji, you were saying something.
संसारिक ज्ञान.
संसारिक ज्ञान. Okay. और बताइए.
Ego.
Okay. हाँ, तो ये बहुत अच्छा है. Actually, I think I should discuss it because Rakhi ji is definitely has followed it very well. So I discuss it. There are 7 levels of our existence. You know that we are all existing. Now, this is something which is not in the books. You will not find it everywhere in the books. It is something which is definitely in yogic text. You can find it, but the understanding you can get it here, right? How you can be effective in this kind of behaviors, right? So you have to understand that we all are having these different levels of existence, which are 7 mainly in number. Yeah. Like right now, whom you are seeing on the screen, अपने screen में आप किसको देख रहे हैं? है ना? किसे देख रहे हैं? खुद को देख रहे हैं ना? अभी मेरी स्क्रीन अभी सामने है, अभी संतोष को आप देख रहे हैं, बट आप संतोष को कैसे पहचान पा रहे हैं? ये संतोष है, ये रवि मिश्रा तो नहीं है ना? हाँ, या ये डॉक्टर साद या डॉक्टर तरुणा तो नहीं है ना? So how you are able to recognize me? That is the first level of my existence, which is known as what? Body. Yes, we have right now around 86 bodies here who have switched off their cameras, right? Only one has switched it on. 86 bodies, but they are still there. I'm, expecting, 86 bodies. Right now I can see Ashish ji very well. Okay, thank you for switching on the camera. Okay, so 86 bodies are there. Yeah, this is the first level of our existence. But are we just the body? No. We are much more to it. So what is the second level of existence, which is keeping this body alive? That we are doing every second. We are taking in and out every second. Dr.
Breath, sir. Breath. You are inhaling breath.
Very, very nice. Dr. Taruna, okay, yeah. So Dr. Taruna said self, but actually, Dr. Sad, you nailed it properly. It is breath, yeah. See, now breath you cannot see. You can see my body, but you cannot see my breath. But you can all feel your own breath. You are breathing right now. Yes, you can see this breath. So that is the second level of my existence. Yeah, but am I just the body and the breath? What can be the third level of my existence?
Heartbeat.
Heartbeat again is a part of the body.
The soul.
Movement.
The soul.
Mind,
Movement.
sir. Mind.
Yes, it's actually mind. मन. मन की देखो यहाँ मन की तो बात वैसे भी प्रधानमंत्री करते रहते हैं. मन यानी इट्स द माइंड. that one faculty. अभी मैं सुन रहा हूं, आपको सुन के बोरिंग लगा, अच्छा लगा, मजा आया, मजा नहीं आया, लेकिन किसको नहीं आया? Not my body breath. I'm talking about the mind. आज खाना खाने में बड़ा मजा आया. It's about mind. हाँ, मुझे आज मूवी देखने में बहुत मजा आया. It's mind. So that is the third level. Now remember this. First is body, second is breath, third is mind. What can be the fourth?
The soul, sir.
Soul. Okay, I'll come on to that soul also. But between that, Ashish ji, if like you had switch on the camera, right? If I ask you to again switch on the camera, you can do it.
See. Eyes.
See.
Intellect. Buddhi.
Darshan.
Intellect, sir.
देखिए, for example, if I ask you switch on your camera, Ashish ji switch on his camera, right? But Ashish ji, if somebody comes and says ki Ashish ji just jump from the roof, you will not do that, right?
Vivek.
Yes or no?
Vivek.
Yes. So that is buddhi. That is your intellect. This is correct for me. This is not correct for me. Okay. This is what intellect is all about, right? So intellect is that level which decides. I told you about deciding. Yeah. Killing other options and deciding onto one. Yeah. That is what is intellect. So जहां से हम decision making करते हैं. अच्छा. Then if I ask whom should I ask? Kavita ji, can you unmute yourself?
Yes,
Kavita.
sir. Yes, sir.
Kavita ji, from where are you? कहाँ हैं आप?
Chandigarh, sir. Chandigarh, sir.
Chandigarh, which sector are you in?
Sector 45.
Sector 45. A, B, C or D?
A.
And your house number?
301.
See, now I have full address of Dr. Kavita. Now, how did this came into existence? कैसे आया? कैसे बता पाए वो?
Hearing.
The flight is going. Sorry. Yeah. So, how are you able to tell, Kavita ji?
By speaking and you are listening.
No, but how do you know this? All this? That is your
Memory, sir. Memory.
That is called chitta in Hindi. So that memory has been entertaining to tell all this. Like you remember your 10 digits mobile number, your date of birth, your husband's or your wife's or your children's date of birth, whatever you have. So all this is stored in the memory. That is the fifth level of our existence. Again, repeating once again. First is the body. Second is what?
Breath.
Third is what?
Mind.
Fourth is?
Intellect.
Decision making. Intellect. Fifth is your memory, the storehouse of information. And sixth is, you know what?
Ego.
Sixth is what? Okay. You know what is that? That is identity, your own identity. Rakhi ji has done it, so that's why she is able to frequently answer and fluently answer this. This is ego. This three-letter word ego, E-G-O, which is difficult to go. It's ego. Yeah, which is difficult to let go is ego. But let me tell you, ego is not about negative thing. It's also your identity. Right now, I am the expert lecturer on this. So this is a little subtle ego. That's why I'm able to speak. Yeah. I'm a student when you will be speaking, right? That is also my ego. When I go home, I'm a son, I'm a brother, whatever I am, that is also an ego. Got it? So ego is your subtle identity. But अब इन सभी levels का कुछ ना कुछ problem होता रहता है, वो भी इस पे भी आते हैं. But seventh is the self. Self is which is beyond everything, as you were saying it, na? Dr. Taruna was saying, and everybody else was saying self. Self is the last level of this existence. And beyond that, there is nothing else. As we say in the first law of thermodynamics, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Yeah, that is what the self is all about. Yeah. So all these 7 levels of existence are existing in this 87 people right now. Every time I am seeing the number is increasing, right? So 87 people, these have 7 levels. Everybody has a body, breathing, everybody's breathing, everybody has a mind for the 5 senses. Everybody is definitely able to make some decisions. I should attend this lecture, I should not attend this lecture. Memory, yes, you are remembering so many things. Then you have an ego. And then finally, everybody is made up of the substance known as self. Yeah. Now what happens is, body has to be strong. Yeah, but sometimes it goes weak. हमने पिछले 2 साल में कोरोना में देखा ही है. This body goes weak also sometimes. A lot of people we lost, and so many things happen. Breath definitely is an important parameter which helps us to survive. Okay. The third is, but definitely there was a lot of problem in breathing, the way you breathe or what. इन पे भी आजकल studies आई गई, the importance of breath. The third is mind. माइंड का काम है सब कुछ परसीव करना, बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है, या तो ये पास्ट में ज्यादा रहता है या तो ये फ्यूचर में ज्यादा रहता है. इट कीप्स ऑन ऑसिलेटिंग, गिविंग यू स्ट्रेस अगेन एंड अगेन. व्हाट इज स्ट्रेस? द कंटिन्यूअस oscillation of the mind, just thinking about one particular thought again and again gives you stress, headache. Too much work to do, too less time and no energy, it drains away all your energy. That is the mind. Yeah. Then intellect का काम है डिसीजन करना, बट जैसे बताया था, confusion. Somebody told na, confusion. When you are not able to decide. Yeah, when you have a lot of doubts. Oh my God, am I fine? Am I really happy? Am I okay? Will my family be safe? Yeah, this is what confusion. Yeah. Then fifth is memory. Memory is to remember the things. लेकिन हम लोग ज्यादा याद क्या रखते हैं? What do we remember the most is, क्या याद रखते हैं? Something which is negative.
Not very pleasant, negative.
Not very pleasant. Yes. Yeah. Like for example, I have a very good friendship with Renu ji. Yeah. And we were on a very good talking terms, but एक बार लड़ाई हो गई. अब क्या याद आएगा? अरे नहीं, वो लड़ाई हुई थी 5 साल पहले, जो लड़ाई हुई थी ना, 10 साल की अच्छी दोस्ती थी, लेकिन लड़ाई याद रहती है. Yeah. And ego is your identity, but sometimes it becomes bigger. I am doctor, I am professor, I am an expert. This is a big ego, which makes you distant from other people. At the same time, the small ego, inferiority. Oh my God, I am nothing. मैं तो कुछ हूँ ही नहीं. I am so incapable. I'm like that. Even that is an ego. Even that is dangerous, right? And self is beyond everything. So body should be, if you really want to inculcate these values which we have been talking about, body has to be disease free, right? It is said that healthy body has everything. Even it is said that healthy mind resides in a healthy body, though it reverse is true, but still we say your body has to be disease free. Breath has to be quiver free. That is, there should be no shakiness in your breath. Just imagine when you have a very good day, जिस दिन आपके अंदर पूरी भरपूर एनर्जी है, how do you breathe in and breathe out? Like you see the close-up ad or some kind of ad, there they are showing, oh, you have just done a toothbrush or something and you're feeling, wow, I can rule this world. Yeah, just kidding. That is not just because based on one toothpaste. It's actually how you're feeling internally. When you have quiver free, the breath without shakiness. Third is your stress-free mind. When your mind is stress-free, that is an important thing. Fourth is your intellect is doubt-free, confusion-free, or I can say inhibition-free. Yeah, that is one way of keeping yourself more calm. Confusion-free. Memory has to be trauma-free. There should be no trauma. पुराना जो हुआ था, जैसा हुआ था, हो चुका है. It is already gone in the past. Trauma-free, right? Then ego has to be all-inclusive. If you keep thinking about yourself, मेरा क्या होगा, मेरा क्या होगा, मेरा क्या होगा, ओ मेरे साथ ये नहीं मिला, मुझे ये काम नहीं मिला, मुझे रिकॉग्निशन नहीं मिला, मेरा प्रमोशन नहीं हुआ, मेरी सैलरी नहीं बढ़ी, मेरा 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 मेरा. We end up in a mental hospital, or sometimes we just do much more harm to ourselves. So in this organization behavior, or I can say if you're working in an organization, when from competition you go on to the contribution, including everybody, then actually life becomes a celebration. कि मेरा क्या होगा, ये क्या होगा, जब आप बोलते हैं okay, let us go together, let us walk together, then your life can be a celebration, right? And last but not the least, if these things are happening, then you can say that myself, the self is also the sorrow free. So body is disease free, breath is quiver free, mind is stress free, intellect is inhibition free, memory is trauma free, ego is all inclusive. Then you can say the soul, it is sorrow free. And if this thing is happening, then you don't need such sessions again, right? Then this is mere theory. Then you can contribute much more to these sessions, right? And as I said, again and again, that we have been talking about, जो भी हम बोलते हैं वो थ्योरी बन जाती है, लेकिन उसको अप्लाई करने पर ही वो रियलिटी बनती है, right? And there is one more thing which I want to say, which is definitely which I talk when I take the program for the group A officers or the class 1 officers. I talk, see how these values get lost when there is loss of trust and belongingness within ourselves. Do you agree? Yes or no? Anna? Thumbs up? Yes?
Yes.
Definitely, sir.
Yes? Now, trust and belongingness, that's why that conflict arises. Yeah, human values are lost. Conflict arises when there is trust. For example, I take the example of Dr. Saab. For example, if he is a very close friend and a family member, and is it possible that still do we have the same opinions? क्या हमारे opinions एक जैसे हो सकते हैं? नहीं हो सकते.
No.
There will always be difference of opinions, right? But even if we have difference of opinions and we are very closely connected to each other, do we have a big conflict in our lives? क्या conflict बढ़ेगा? नहीं बढ़ेगा. Yeah? लड़ाइयां हो सकती हैं, झगड़ा हो सकता है, but conflict means we'll not separate our ways. We'll still be there together, right? The same thing happens in the family also. Your family, everybody has the same opinion? No. As somebody said, there is a conditioning. Yeah. Everybody cannot have the same opinion, but still the conflict does not happen. Why? Because there is a trust and belongingness factor very strong. Yeah. But if it is the other way with other people outside, the conflict happens very easily. Why? Because there is no trust and no belongingness, or less trust or less belongingness. Are you getting it? Huh? Does that make sense? So developing that trust and belongingness is also very, very important. Normally what happens is all our training, whatever we do, it is for the skill development, skill enhancement. But if we start working on somewhere on building the belongingness and the trust factor, it will make the things much more easy. और वो कैसे हम कर सकते हैं? When we learn how to be more happy, how to be more peaceful, how to be more calm, how to be more focused, at the same time more dynamic. Yeah. See, all the best thing happens in that state of mind only. I go to the kids and I tell them, last year I was taking a program, taking a session for the scientists, all the scientists from the CSA and the DST, I think they were there. And the session was on innovation and research or intuition. ये कैसे develop करें, क्या करें? There is one simple thing. Newton's law of motion कहाँ पे discover हुए थे? Where the discovery happened? It was under what?
Tree.
It was under a tree, apple tree. So what was the state of mind of the Newton? He was already had failed miserably many times, and he was sitting and relaxing, and he just focused on that apple dropping. And there was absolutely no distraction. Distraction, I will say. Distraction was not there. क्योंकि कोई girlfriend भी नहीं थी Newton की उसमें. Just kidding, huh? And the law of gravity or whatever, the Newton's law of motion came into existence. The same thing happened with the Archimedes also. Yeah. It was in a beautiful bathtub, just observing its life. And the Archimedes principle, the Eureka, came into existence. Eureka, shout was there. Now, I'm not encouraging that everybody go and sit in the bathtub right now or start teaching like that. No, it's actually developing that state of mind. Yeah. So you have to be effective by working on those 7 levels of existence. Yeah, by having that belongingness and trust. And that can only happen when you have good amount of energy. Your vibes are important. Yeah, energetic आप हो. जैसे मैंने बोला, बच्चे के पास कोई स्किल सेट नहीं है, लेकिन वो 24 घंटे एनर्जी में रहता है. क्यों रहता है? Because it is free of all that kind of unwanted stresses. Do you know what? There is a fact I would like to ask you if you know it. Do you know a small child smiles how many times a day? Any idea?
70?
चलिए, तो राखी जी को नहीं पता था, इस पे गेस किया है. Yes. Any idea? Any guesses? How many times a day a small child, maybe a 4 or 5 years? No idea?
400 times?
Arey wow, Dr. Sir, you just banged on again. Yes, 400 times a day. You are correct. I don't know whether you knew this answer or you searched from somewhere, but really good answer. 400 times a day. Yeah. 400 times a day, a child is able to smile. And we were also smiling. But when that child grows up and becomes a teenager, like 17 or 18 years, tell me how many times then? Any idea?
फिर 70.
50 to 55, something like that, sir.
The study says it's actually 17 or 18 times. Just imagine 400 times directly. It's even lesser than the square root of 400, right?
And adult is 22, I think, sir. Adult is 22, something like that.
Yeah. So you see, that much depreciation is happening. And once that child grows further, becomes some reputed officer, doctor, professor, you know how many times a day?
He can't smile then. He can't smile. That's a ban, sir. It's a universal ban. They cannot even smile.
Yeah. You know, so it's difficult to calculate here. Last time kab muskuraya tha? When did I actually smile? I laughed my heart out or something. You know, that then smile also is actually a very plastic smile. And people are trained to do so. Huh? Like if you go to
one thing I want to add.
Yeah, please, Kavita ji.
Sir, it is a bit of a joke. And once a person got married, he don't know how to smile. He lost his smile.
Kavita ji, maybe if your husband listens to it, if you are married, maybe.
Sir, I am married, but it is a joke only.
But you know, that's good.
ये तो कविता जी शक की सुई आप पे चली जाती है ना, ऐसे मत बोला करो.
You knew me very well.
देखो, अभी सबके राज खुलना शुरू हो जाएंगे फिर तो, है ना? But you know, really, you know, it's good that certain icebreaker should be there. Yes, after, you know, that is what is a joke is everywhere. That is a universal joke after marriage, you know, कि मुस्कुराना थे हम भूल गए, है ना? So normally that smile also becomes plastic. Like for example, if you go and board an aircraft and suddenly the air hostess says, "Thank you, sir, and have a nice day." She may not mean it actually, right? I remember once I had a complaint against that air hostess because of some issue with the service. Even after that, since I was complaining, I had to complain because there was some action which was required. But even after that, she was forced to say, "Thank you, sir, and have a great day." Maybe inside something else was cooking. Get lost. I don't want to see you again or something. Yeah. But that is how it happens. Yeah. But even the research says, you know, there is an important research that even if you smile, like there is an American proverb, fake it till you make it. Yeah. Even if you smile, that there are still good chemicals which are released in your system. Like endorphins, or I can say oxytocin, or other kind of, you know, which are good for your health. Yeah. So it is very, very important. Now, why are we losing that smile? Because some unwanted thing, which is stress, is coming in our mind. So energy is very, very important. See, a small child is able to smile. A small child is able to smile 400 times a day because it has an enormous amount of energy. Yeah. And we have to see that how we can be more effective in you know, regulating that kind of energy within us also, because energy depends on 4 parameters. You must know this. You know, that is, one is on food. What do you eat? How much do you eat? What type of food? What time? How much nutrition value? Okay. What is the quantity? Everything. Food is that source of energy. The second one is, you know what? The second one is your sleep. Yes. After 7, I can say, yes, after 10 hours you will be sleeping, doing actually nothing. That is also important source of energy. Yeah. Third is what? Breath. सांसें, जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे थे. Without food you can stay, without sleep you can stay at least for a day or 2 or 3, whatever. But without breath, in 2 minutes, you can become a history, right? And fourth source of energy is your calm, happy, and meditative state of mind. Yeah. How's your mind, your knowledge? You know, how do you deal with the people? Again, coming on to the first point, which I discussed, you know, are you at the HQ? Are people feeling comfortable in your presence? क्या आपके उसमें देख के उनको अच्छा महसूस होता है, ट्रबल महसूस होता है, कैसा है? So all that, you know, so food and sleep we normally work upon. हम लोग काम कर ही लेते हैं, लेकिन ये जो part है, that is the breathing and the state of mind, इसको हम maximum time ignore करते हैं, right? Yeah. So I think if we are able to develop it better way, and definitely everything requires some learning, some training, some teamwork also. It is very, very important. India में पहले ये सब सीखने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती थी. I'll tell you what is the reason. Because it is said that if you have to learn marketing, learn it from US. You agree? वो किसी भी दिन चांद को भी भेज, मतलब अमावस्या के दिन चांद को भी बेच देंगे. They have that kind of marketing skills. Yeah. कहते हैं टीम वर्क सीखना है. If you want to learn teamwork, learn it from Japan. Yes, they have been brilliant in their teamwork. If you have to learn the precision or accuracy, learn it from Germany. Yeah. If you want to learn some etiquettes and mannerism, learn it from, yeah, they say Britishers, UK. Yeah. You see. Yeah. But then they say that if you really want to learn some human values, learn it from India. Yeah. ह्यूमन वैल्यूज अगर सीखनी है, अब तो हम सब्जेक्ट के रूप में पढ़ रहे हैं, लेकिन इंडियंस के पास इस चीज की कमी नहीं थी. अच्छा, उसमें भी लोग बोलते हैं कि इट इज मोर प्रिवलेंट इन द विलेजेस नाउ, नॉट इन द न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज और द अर्बन पॉपुलेशन. आई होप यू विल एग्री टू दैट. ओके, सो इवन इफ यू गो टू अ विलेज, अगर उनके पास एक लस्सी का ग्लास है, दे विल शेयर हाफ विद यू. दैट इज व्हाट इज द शेयरिंग एंड केयरिंग एंड द ह्यूमन वैल्यू इज ऑल अबाउट. या तो this is what is my assessment to the entire topic जो हमने बात की. इसमें मेरा यही है कि अगर इन चीजों को हमें थोड़ा सा एनहांस करना है, तो मैं थोड़ा सा आपको चाहूंगा, क्योंकि अभी आधा घंटा मेरे पास और है. ठीक है, we would do some practical. We can definitely learn something which can remove stress, unwanted stress from your system, and you can feel much more calm, much more happy, and that can really help in building these kind of values, these kind of ethics, this kind of behavior in your system. At least for some time, not for permanently, but for some time. You know, it works because I have seen these things working in people's life. Okay, so before I go on to that, Rakiji, do we need to have some question and answers, or should we do some practical?
Yeah, we can. The house is open for questions. Yeah, we have been doing this. This is the practice in our sessions, so we can continue.
So before we go on to the question, can we do something practical? I think this
I would love that. I was waiting for it.
Okay, because मैंने 1.5 घंटा में कभी इतना बोलता नहीं हूँ, लेकिन I think today I had verbal diarrhea. I have spoken so much, so I would like to relax and let other people also relax. So are you ready, everybody? Yes. Can I get a yes from all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what you can do is, if you are holding your mobile, you can just place it somewhere, and if possible for you, you can switch on your video so that I can see your beautiful faces. And
yeah, please switch on your videos. एक सर के साथ भी तो फोटो होना चाहिए ना, हर सेशन में सर हम करते हैं, तो ये फोटो में करवाते हैं.
Oh wow, now I can see Monica ji, Dr. Perka, Gurdeep ji, Anand ji, wow, Ravi ji. Yes. So what we'll do some desktop exercises now. Okay, so this will really help us in calming down a little bit and making us more comfortable sitting wherever we are. Let's see if this really helps in beating up some stress from your system or not. Okay, are you ready? So what we'll do is, desktop exercise जो है ये बड़ा tested है, इसको हम corporate में भी करवाते हैं, तो यहाँ पे भी हम आपके लिए खोल रहे हैं. तो क्या करना है, सबसे पहले take your right hand like this. Yes. Okay. Now bring it onto your top of your head and feel the temperature. Yeah, is it hot or cool or something? I've been speaking a lot, so it's become a little hot for me. Now massage it. You know why I'm making massage? Because there are 70,000 thoughts every day bombarding in your system. So cool down your brain. Don't worry about your hairstyle. Nobody is watching you. We are not taking photograph at this moment. So just do it properly. And now do it with both the hands.
I request the technical team to please click it when we are in action. That will be a good idea.
Yeah. Yes. So just give a good chumpy to yourself. Huh? Just press wherever you can on your head and just relax it down. Just see your mind is in the present moment or not. Now just press your back part of your neck, because a lot of stress and strain is there when you are dealing, especially in these online sessions, sitting on the laptop. Okay, now come on to the ears. Can you pull your ears properly? Yes, pull it. You know, there is a beautiful this punishment which our Indians have, pulling the ears. This is also happening in many of the foreign countries also. It has a scientific meaning now. US says, American Institute says, when you pull it properly, it gives a signal to your brain and makes you more aware and alert so that you don't make a mistake. That's why a lot of singers, they sing like this. You know, why? So that they are alert. So this is very scientific. It is called super brain yoga nowadays. So pull it properly. So if you want to avoid fights with your wives, as you were saying, yeah, you can pull each other's ear so that you don't make a mistake. Yeah, just joking. And now pull it this eye temples. थोड़ा eye temples पे भी करें. Yeah, a lot of stress comes. और दोनों हाथों से करें. Yes. Okay. Now below your ears, little bit. Okay, in between your eyes, gently, just जहाँ पे कचरा इकट्ठा होता है, all that dirt, just press it a little bit. See, whenever you will start touching your facial muscles, it will start relaxing. So this is a touch therapy. Now gently on your eyeballs, simple touch on your eyeballs. Okay. Now your cheeks, like how you do with the kids. थोड़ा गालों को खींचे. अच्छा. हाँ, googly push. हाँ. अच्छा, don't do it sadly. No, smile also. Huh? Fake it till you make it. Yes, on your chin also, upper lip also, little bit of pressing over here, and then cheeks. Okay, okay. Now, just open your jaws little wide. Like this. Close it. Close it. Yes. You know this part also gets stressed when you're not able to take out your anger. This strain comes here, huh? So just relax it also. Open your mouth bigger, close it. Okay, now left and right. Yes. Now you're looking really nice and beautiful. Huh? Okay. Okay, now let's do a little bit of neck movement. Take it to the right side as you breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, breathe in, come again to the center. Now breathe out, go to the left side. Without moving your head or your shoulders, just go to the right and left with breath. Okay. Now take it your head up. थोड़ा सा ऊपर लेकर जाएं. सांस छोड़ते छोड़ते नीचे. And now from the right side, just make the circle. As you breathe in, take your head up. Breathe out, bring it down. Do it one more time. Now reverse. Breathe in. Take your head again back. Breathe out. Once again, breathe in and breathe out. Relax. Okay, now I would like to tell you one exercise because a lot of people have asked for also, keep asking me whenever they call me or they type in the message that, you know, cervical pain has started because the way you are nowadays, you know, this is a mobile, you are holding it like this. This is a very bad way of you. Use it like this. Make a stand of your and use it like this. You know, I have consciously started doing it and I'm not feeling any pain, though I have to use mobile for longer hours also. तो इसके लिए एक exercise पता है क्या है? बहुत सिंपल एक्सरसाइज है, मैं थोड़ा पीछे होकर दिखाता हूं ताकि आपको दिखाई दे। ये हाथों को ऐसे करिए and pull your fingers towards yourself. Okay, keep your neck straight, arms straight, feel a pull in your arms. हाँ, फोर आर्म्स में आपके पुल होना चाहिए ऐसे पीछे की तरफ। अब यहाँ पे क्या करना है, एक्सियल मोशन करें ऐसे अप एंड डाउन, बाय 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 टू ऑल योर pains. You have to keep it straight, then only it will have an impact. Okay, so do it, continue and relax. Okay, this you can repeat 2 to 3 times. अच्छा, अभी क्या कर सकते हैं, इसको साइड में भी कर सकते हैं, साइड पे ले जाइए ऐसे, you know, take this hand like this, you can see it. Okay, keep it straight, little bit back, है ना, straight, ऐसे सीधा रखिए। अब अपनी बॉडी को स्टिल रखिए। अब यहां पर राइट ऐसे, once again axial motion. Yes, do it 5-6 times. Yes, so you can see something is happening in your neck region. तो जो भी दर्द है उसको बाय बाय कह रहे हैं, relax. Okay, this also can be repeated 2 to 3 times. So this neck pain will not be there. Even if it is there, it will not come. ठीक है? Now let's do something for the eyes. ठीक है, थोड़ा आंखों के लिए कुछ करते हैं। अभी सामने देखिए, without moving your head, just look into one straight point. Now without moving your head, look right, then left, extreme left, right, left, right, left, then up, down, up, down. Okay, now make the circles clockwise and anti-clockwise. Very good, बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं। फिर से एक बार clockwise, पूरा गोल गोल घुमाना है। थोड़ा दर्द हो कहीं पे कोई बात नहीं, ठीक हो जाएगा। फिर anti-clockwise. Okay, now open your eyes wide like you are in a shock, like this. Then close it, squeeze it. Again, open it wide, squeeze it. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay, now do it little faster, blink faster. And when you are blinking it faster, move your eyeballs also clockwise, anti-clockwise. Your eyes is getting confused what to do, whether we make the movement or whatever. Just see little heaviness is coming and close your eyes. आंखें बंद कर ले. Relax your eyes. Now bring both your palms together. दोनों हथेलियों को साथ में आके just rub it. Feel the heat and place it on your eyes gently and onto your whole face. पूरे चेहरे पर मसाज करें एक बार फिर से. Place it on your eyes and onto your whole face. Keep your eyes closed for a while. Relax. Take a deep breath in with a smile and breathe out with a smile. And observe the change, whatever has happened till now. और धीरे से आंखें खोलें. You can open your eyes. Okay, how did you feel? कैसा लगा? Thumbs up. Relaxed. Yes. Okay. So this is what desktop yoga. देखो हमने 5-7 मिनट में सीख भी लिया और कर भी लिया. If you can do this in the breaks, it will definitely not add up to the stress, rather break it up. Okay. तो सिर्फ WhatsApp पे वीडियोस देखने से, Facebook पे देखने से काम नहीं चलेगा. आपको काफी कुछ और भी करने की जरूरत है जो कि ज्यादा इफेक्टिव है. Okay. Now we'll do one more breath energizer, and then I would like to lead you into a small relaxation exercise. That is a small meditation. Yeah. So we'll do Bhastrika. ठीक है? Bhastrika हम करेंगे. तो आप देखना आपको कैसे करना है. Yes. Yeah. So everybody can see me. You have to make your fist like this. Okay. ऐसे देखिए, ढीली मुट्ठी कंधों के सामने. If you have little blood pressure, do it slowly. Rest you can do it forcefully. ठीक है? तो इसमें क्या करना है, मैं जो बोलूंगा breathe in, सबसे पहले normal breathe in and breathe out. Then I will ask you breathe in. You have to take your hands up and open it like this. Okay? ऊपर खोल लेना है ऐसा. and then breathe out. वापस ले आना है. Clear? Okay. Once again, breathe in. ऐसे. Out. Got it? Got it? Okay. Let me spotlight Rakhi ji also. Rakhi ji, जरा आप दिखाइए. If I say breathe in, your hands goes up. Out. Out. Hands comes down. हाँ, so सांस के साथ हाथ ऊपर गए, फिर नीचे आ जाएंगे. हाँ, like this. Okay. So we'll do 15 to 20 rounds. Okay. And then I will ask you to relax. Then you can relax. Huh? Keep your eyes closed. ये हम शुरू में आंखें खोल के करेंगे, बाद में आंखें बंद करने की. ठीक है? Take a normal deep breath in. Everybody together and breathe out. Now together with force and enthusiasm, breathe in, out, in, hands up, ये खुल जाएंगे, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Close your eyes. In, out, 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 and relax. Vishram kare. Keep your eyes closed for a while. And observe the flow of energy in your body. So this technique is very, very effective in raising the energy levels. जैसे हम energy थोड़ा सा बढ़ाने के लिए चाय या कॉफी का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. Instead of that, if we can do 1 or 2 rounds of Bhastrika, it is very, very essential. तो हम एक छोटा सा 10 काउंट्स का भी एक और राउंड करेंगे. फिर से एक बार ढीली मुट्ठी कंधों के सामने ले आए और करके देखें, आपको अच्छा लगेगा. सब लोग take a normal deep breath in first of all and breathe out, and just follow. Breathe in, hands up, मुट्ठियां खुलेंगी. Out, in, 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 out, and relax. विश्राम करें. Keep your palms on your thighs, palms facing the ceiling. हथेलियों को महामुद्रा में खुला रखें. आंखें बंद रखें. Keep a gentle smile on your face. Take a normal deep breath in with a smile. And breathe out with a smile. Keep your eyes closed, body relaxed. Gentle spine को आप थोड़ा सा सीधा रखेंगे. ढीली मुट्ठी, ढीली हथेलियां होंगी. रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधी होगी. आंखें बंद. Take another deep breath in. Let go. And let us become aware of our surroundings. अपने वातावरण पर ध्यान ले जाते हैं और जो भी आवाजें आ रही हैं उन्हें गौर से सुनते हैं. Let us listen to all the noises. Maybe somebody speaking, maybe some traffic outside, some movement. Just listen to all the noises. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take another deep breath in. Let go and accept all the noises and become one with the surroundings completely. सभी आवाजों को स्वीकार कर उनके साथ एक हो जाते हैं. Let us take our attention to our body. Our body is a beautiful gift by the nature to all of us. Let us honor and respect this body made up of billions of atoms and nuclei. शरीर का सम्मान करते हैं जो अरबों खरबों अणु परमाणु से बना है. Without moving, just take your attention to your feet. Then bring your attention to your knees. To your thighs. Hips. Both the legs completely from top to bottom and bottom to top. दोनों पांव पर दाहिने और बाएं पांव पर ध्यान ले जाएं. Relax genitals and abdomen, stomach and the navel region, पूरा पेट और नाभि का हिस्सा. Your entire chest, center of the chest. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out. Right shoulder and right arm. Left shoulder and left arm. Throat. Your face. Relax your face. Relax your head muscles, eyes, cheeks, lips, ears. Every part of your face, just relax. Top of the head. And your whole body, pura sharir. Breathe in once again. Breathe out. Relax your body. Become aware of your thoughts. अपने विचारों पर ध्यान ले जाते हैं. Whatever be the thoughts are, good thoughts or bad thoughts, let it be. Just become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of your emotions. जो भी भावनाएं हैं, pleasant and unpleasant, whatever they are, just let it be. Take another deep breath in. Let go. Once again, become aware of your thoughts. Bring awareness to your emotions, bhavnaएं और विचार. Take another deep breath in with a smile. And as you breathe out, just let go all your efforts and relax. कुछ भी नहीं करना है, केवल विश्राम करना है. You are peace yourself, and you are joy. आप ही शांति हैं, आप ही आनंद हैं. Take one more deep breath in. Let go, relax completely. Asatoma satkamay, tamasoma jyotirgamay, mrityurma amrutam gamay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly and gradually, let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. Let us become aware of our body and surroundings. Breathe in, let go. And slowly and gradually, taking your own time, whenever you feel like, you may open your eyes. आंखें खोल सकते हैं. Okay, welcome back. Good morning. So how was it? कैसा लगा? If you want to write, you can write. You can unmute yourself. You can speak. कैसा लग रहा है?
We are speechless. बोलने को मन नहीं कर रहा होता इस समय. ऐसे लग रहा है कि चुप रहें.
So you know what we did at the end? This is little relaxation, which is known as meditation. है ना? जैसे हमने 8 limbs की बात की थी. So yes, sleep gives you energy. Like 6 to 8 hours of sleep is important. Yeah, same way if you are able. आपको पता है अभी आपने almost 12 minutes तक you kept your eyes closed. This not doing anything but consciously relaxing is known as meditation. It is not concentration. It is let the thoughts come in. And now it is proven that doing 20 minutes of meditation every day increases the gray matter, increases the logical thinking, positive thinking, and gives you the energy which is equivalent to sometimes 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Yeah. So this should now, it's not just, luxury part. As I said, today ethics, these things are a necessity part because we require it if we want to really function smoothly. Yeah. This 2 years of COVID times also has proven that 42% of mental health cases have increased every now and then. And we keep facing, we can know that, I was responsible for many people's counseling, people from all walks of life. So it is important that we should follow these various variants of energy, so that we can save ourselves from other variants. So it is very important. So any questions if you have, you can please ask.
Yeah, the house is open for questions. हाँ जी, कौन बोलना चाह रहा था? अभी बोलिए please. Anybody who wants to raise some question? Actually सर ने इतने प्यार की वो लोरी वाली नीनी सुला दी है ना कि किसी को कोई एक सवाल सब दब गए हैं. जैसे पानी में वो होता है ना, कचरा हो और वो नीचे बैठ गया सेडिमेंट्स और सिर्फ शीतल साफ जल ऊपर रह गया. ये डिस्टिलेशन आपने कर दी ना, that looks like a magic. That's really serene and very spiritual. Anybody? So otherwise, should I? Okay.
Raviji, you wanted to ask something?
Yes, realizing self is same as that of nirvana.
Yes, somewhere you can say that, but there are so many detailed versions to it. See, this truth is something which is spherical. Yeah, like A plus B is equal to C. That is linear thinking. But if we talk about this nirvana and realizing self, yeah, there are many ways, many flows to it. In different philosophies, so many things have come up. So yes, but what you are actually analyzing, there is a truth to it. I will leave it to that, because there are some my definition. I don't want to confuse it, because जो आपने realize किया है, it is correct to that level.
Thank you, sir.
So my suggestion is keep exploring. You will come with more answers. There are no ready-made answers, especially in this, because this is something beyond intellect, beyond something to actually analyze. So that happens. Yeah. Any other question?
आई गेस सर, जब इतना सब कुछ सेटिस्फाई, सब कंटेंटेड हो गए हैं सर, बाकी नहीं रहा।
सब संतोष में आ चुके हैं।
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, आपका नाम।
I would just like to ask something.
Please go ahead, Sabina.
Sir, is there a specific time for it कि आप कभी भी कर सकते हैं?
हाँ, नहीं, आपको जब भी 20 मिनट का समय मिल जाए, पर रात को सोने से पहले करने की जरूरत नहीं है ना, उस वक्त ऐसा नहीं होता। लेकिन यस, किसी भी टाइम आपको मिले, आपको जरूर करना चाहिए। बट डेफिनेटली यू कैन डू इन द मॉर्निंग। एंड लेट मी टेल यू, लॉट ऑफ पीपल दे हैव अ मिसकंसेप्शन, जब फ्री हो जाएंगे ना, जब सब कुछ ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी खत्म हो जाएंगे ना, तब करेंगे। बचा कुचा समय देंगे तो बचा कुचा ही उसका रिजल्ट मिलेगा। या सो आई नॉर्मली से नाउ, more stress the people are, more it is an necessity. Yeah, so you do it anytime, just learn it properly first. You can do some guided meditations also. It is available. We have art of living meditations also available on YouTube. You can always do it. I keep recommending my friends and they feel a lot of difference. Yeah,
thank you so much.
Any more questions? Then I should finally actually thank। वैसे तो मैं हर लम्हा आपको सर थैंक्स करते जा रही हूँ, दिल में, और बोल भी रही हूँ। बट we have reached the end of this session, so I'm really from the bottom of my heart extremely thankful to Shri Santosh ji for enlightening us and for transcending us to the total different world altogether, जो हमारे अंदर है, स्थित है, पर हम उसके तक पहुंच ही नहीं पाते हैं। दैट इज द मैजिक ऑफ मेडिटेशन। और सर, आपकी तो ना पहली लाइन में ही ना जो बड़ी कमाल की थी, जो मैंने फटाफट नोट करी, बच्चे रहोगे तो बचे रहोगे, बड़े बनोगे तो पड़े रहोगे। तो उसमें तो आपने पूरी लाइन में ना, मेरे को लगा आपने तो इस टॉपिक का पूरा सार ही कह दिया। अगर आप देखें ना करीब से, तो उसमें एक बात ही ये कह दी कि नेवर लूज योर इनोसेंस इफ यू वांट टू प्रोटेक्ट योर एथिक्स एंड योर मॉरल वैल्यूज। वो बोलते ना कि मेरे दिल के किसी कोने में एक मासूम सा बच्चा बड़ों की देख कर दुनिया बड़ा होने से ही डरता है। तो ऐसा एक हाल हो जाता है ना। तो बचपना ऐसा है, ऐसे नहीं कहते हैं कि बचपन के दिन भी क्या दिन थे, है ना। वो कभी याद आता है तो लगता है वापस वैसे ही बच्चे बन जाए। तो हम अभी भी क्यों नहीं वैसे स्वभाव में बच्चों में मासूम क्यों नहीं बन जाते। And another takeaway from your lecture was that you say कि stay happy before 7 and don't chase happiness and just be the expression of happiness, ना। And that's mandatory, no choice given, इसमें कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है। और लास्ट में जैसे मैं हमेशा एक शेर कहती हूँ कि रौनके हस्ती किसी सूरत जहां में कम ना हो, जिंदगी का जश्न तो होता रहे, मातम ना हो। That should be the spirit and that should be the art of living. That's the message. हाँ जी,
can I add one thing?
Yes, sure dear, please.
Sir has said that smile is very important. I just want to say that smile is a curve that makes every difficult task easy.
Yeah. बिल्कुल, मुस्कुराहटें तो है ही है ना। कहते ना कि मैं शाखे गुल पे रहूं या किसी की मैयत पर, चमन के फूल तो आदि है मुस्कुराने के, है ना। तो ऐसे ही मुस्कुराहट बरकरार रहिए, खुशियां बांटते रहिए, और अगले 2 दिन भी इसी तरह स्माइल के साथ ही बैठिएगा। आपका कोटा चाहिए हमें भी बैठने का। हाँ, कितना चार्ज कर दिया। नहीं तो नॉर्मली लास्ट का सेशन होता है ना, तो सब यूं मुझे होते हैं कि कब खत्म होगा, दुकान बंद करें। और आप सर ने हमें ऐसे चार्ज करके पेट्रोल डाल के भेज दिया, एंड वी आर फ्रेश अगेन। Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for that really wonderful words, and my privilege to be here to बी पार्ट है ना, जिससे मैं खुद चार्ज हुआ हूँ. ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू. क्या हमारा फोटो हो गया जी? जसमीत एंड मनिंदर. हेलो, आवर टेक्निकल.
The photograph has been done. Yes.
मतलब सबकी खिड़कियां खुले वाला, बंद दरवाजों की नहीं.
नहीं मैम, हो गई.
Okay जी, okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Good evening.